Hey guys, so on the count of three, I want us to make a really silly face. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Here we go! Wonder Friends, Wonder Friends, Wonder Friends. Time for Wonder Friends Show! Yeah! All right!
All right, friends, so we are going to draw some cartoon faces today, and we're going to do this a little different than we do a little videos. I want to introduce you to a book that I have in my studio that I use a lot. This book here is called Cartooning the Head in Figures. If you look at it, it is a very old book. You know, this is a reprint, but this book has definitely been around for a while. And the reason why I really like this book, if you look at like stuff like this is just different expressions, right? And what's really cool about it is it also shows you different ways to break down the face. And what I really always loved about this for such a long time was it's all cartoons. It's not necessarily realistic, but it showed me and taught me how you can stretch and pull and change a character, and how so much of it really exists in this, like the face structure of a character. So this is a really cool book. If you could find it at the library even, maybe you can get it on Amazon or anywhere books are sold. Might be a really great way to help you if you're really looking to get into cartoons. Look how many, like these all facial, you know, expressions, stuff like that, that'll really help if you're trying to, you know, if there's an expression that you're trying to show your character having. This book is a great resource for that. So, this book right here, hope that helps. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do when we draw this is I want you to start with your page sideways, and we're gonna just focus on the face. And what I would like to do is an exercise that I do sometimes as a warm-up. And really what I want you to do is just make some circles, okay? I don't care how big or small, just make each one a different size, all right? Some make some square, just make a different shaped circle, okay? Now on each one of these is, let's pretend it's a face, right? It's a shape that's going to be the head. Now, what we're gonna really focus on is basically imagine each one of these having an imaginary line running down each individual circle. Now, one of the great ways to do this is to put dots on each side. As you can see here, those dots are what you can use to start building your character around. And you can make those dots a little bigger and put circles around them. And now you have eyeballs, right? And then between those, you can do all different shapes of noses. And again, like this video, it's more of like we're doing this together. I don't think you have to follow exactly what I'm doing here, but this is a great way, like we can draw a shape like that, right? And then underneath that, obviously, is the mouth. And I want to show you in a couple of different ways. I'm just going to keep this one very simple. This is just a mouth like this. Now, one of the things that you're going to do is ears. Ears, the nice thing about cartoon ears is they can kind of be put anywhere. If you were to look at yourself in a mirror, your ears kind of fall right in line with your eyeballs, like the top of your eyeballs, right before your eyebrows. Usually is where the top of your ears are, so it'd be up here. But, you know, with a cartoon character, you can kind of put them, you know, off each other. You can have some fun with it, play around. And of course, eyebrows. Eyebrows are really the key to an expression on your cartoon character. So we're just going to go through these all, and I want you on each one of them to put a different way about doing the character. The nose one way. Now one way you can do it too is you can extend that out this way and bring this line back like this, and then bring this line back like that, and you kind of get this fun little smile that way. All right? You can totally make just like the number 11 on one and make a half circle like that, which is like just a C. And you can just put a little line like that. And then you have another character. You can put a couple squiggly lines on it. You can do hair on these guys. All this stuff will just help your characters start to change and do all that stuff like that. So I'm going to do something like this. I can make this. Now eyebrows, what I was saying is like, so look what happens when I put one down like this, and I put one, just the angle different. You see how now this one started as a smile, now kind of has a little bit of an evil, like kind of vibe to it. So each circle that you draw, guys, should have a different type of look to it. And really what I want you to do is just experiment with this. There are no wrong answers. This is just a practice thing. I'm gonna real quick after this do a character, just like, it's called a character study, which will just be a face on here, just to kind of show you how you can bring it all together, how I bring it together, all that stuff like that. You can bring the nose down a little bit, but seriously, you can have a lot of fun with the eyelashes for a girl. You can throw some little pigtail things on there. You can make like a really long nose, really small eyes, really big smile, right? And it still works because it's a cartoon. That's what's so cool about it. This is why I loved making cartoons when I was a kid, because you can make them into anything, and it doesn't matter like whether it's right or wrong. You can just have a lot of fun with it. That's what's kind of cool about that. So once you've done something like this and you have like some studies, right? Like I would do this if I were you. I would do a couple pages of this because it's a great warm-up as you start to make a character. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just draw a character and I'm going to put it all together and kind of show you how, quickly for me, some of this stuff kind of comes together where I make some sort of character. And you'll see along the way that I'm using the exact same things that we did on our study, right? Right, there we go. Easy peasy. It's the exact same thing that we did here. It's a bigger version. It makes it show up a little different, but I'm making a character that's maybe a little tighter, so then I can go in there and I can clean up lines. I can make things a little different. I can color this, I can do all this stuff like this that really starts to make this character stand out and different. I could take things like these thin markers and, add little freckle spots on there, or like little teeth spots. Maybe an Adam's apple if you want. You can really make the eyebrows a little bit bigger. All this stuff, what it's doing is it's just adding to your character. Now here's the cool part. Once you get this one done, you don't have to stick with it. You can just throw this aside and start a whole new one. That's the beauty of all these things. And remember that everybody has a different size face. Everybody's face is different. So don't be afraid to twist and pull. Everybody's noses are different shapes, all this stuff like this. Just start this practice of making faces like this, and I guarantee that you're going to get a lot better, and your cartoon characters are going to get better, and you're going to really enjoy making this stuff because it's a lot of fun. And you can start drawing your friends and your mom and your dad and your brother and your sister and your grandmas and all this stuff like that. Have a lot of fun with it and just practice. So last thing is make sure you sign your name on your finished one so everybody knows who made this awesome piece of art. Okay, there's a big thing that I would like for you to remember when you're drawing a face. You can make it any kind of way you want. Now, remember, we're drawing cartoon faces, so you're able to stretch and pull and change things up. You don't have to stick with everything being exactly what it would be like in real life. That's what's kind of fun about cartoons, is that you can make up a little bit of a different story. But remember, like we talked about, there are a certain structure as far as the eyes being a certain way, the nose, the mouth, that really help it be a better character. But experiment, play around, have some fun with it. Flex your creativity, and I would love to see the faces that you make or that you come up with as you learn to try different things. Maybe make a bunch of different eyebrows, make a bunch of different noses, then combine them together. Turn a fun game into making faces and see what you can come up with. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. So until I see you, be the weird that you want to see in the world. See ya!
Hey Wonder Friends, I would love to see the art you create and feature it on one of my videos. With the help of an adult, take a photo of your finished art and post it on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Don't forget to tag me so I can find it. Hey, are you looking for a signed copy of one of my books? check out my website, wondervillestudios.com, for books, t-shirts, mugs, and more. I also do loads of school visits and would love to hear from you about scheduling a visit. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and check out all the other fun drawing lessons. Until I see you, be the weird you want to see in the world. See ya!